Right, welcome to another no-nonsense tackle review. Now, what we're going to look at today is pellet wagglers. Now, there's quite a few new ones what have come out on the market just recently. So I thought I'd have a buy a couple of the newer ones, have a look at those ones. A few people have sent me some different wagglers as well, which I've already tried out, had a look at them, so we'll have a look at them today as well. So what we're going to start with is the GURU ones. Now, these are one of my favourites. The GURU Pellet Wagglers. I've had these for a long time and caught a lot of fish on them. Now, very good when casting out. Nice, easy cast with them. Goes where you're wanting to as well because of these flights they have on the top. And I do think that helps. These wooden base, weight on the bottom, and goes in perfectly. When these go in, they plop in and bounce straight back up. That's what you want in a pellet waggler. So these GURU ones, they are quite expensive, these ones. I think they're about $4.99 to $5.99, and I think you only get one in a packet. So they are quite expensive, but very good quality pellet wagglers. Those are one of my favourite, and I probably give those, price range as well included, I'd probably give those 8 out of 10, and that's price range included. Probably one of the better wagglers, but the price just makes it a bit more, you know what I mean. So expensive, you only get one waggler, but very good pellet wagglers, the GURU range. Now we've got these ones. These are the Maver, and these are called, what are they called? Yes, Finesse, the MVR Finesse Wagglers. Now these are sold as a pellet waggler. I went to the shop and I said, oh, what are those? He said, oh, a bit pellet waggler, these ones. And I went, oh, right, are they? So these are sold as a pellet waggler, but these are more finesse, as they're called. The MVR Finesse. This is a 4 gram. This is also 4 gram. But the nice thing about these is they've got interchangeable weights on the bottom, so you can unscrew that. And there's like these little things on the bottom, and you can take them off. So I have used them for pellet waggler fishing, and they're not the best. They go in and sink, and then after like 4 or 5 seconds then pop up. So not the greatest, but everything has their purpose. You know, when it's a little bit windy and stuff like that and you're fishing a pellet waggler, you're not getting so many bites on the drop, then a longer waggler does come into play. This one does sink quite a lot though, but I have used this for normal waggler fishing and they're fantastic. I really like the feature of the taking the weights off the bottom, adding weights, things like that, and then you only need like a couple of, you know, 3 or 4 number 8s down your line when you're fishing a proper waggler. So when it comes into play, not too bad. I can't remember what I bought them for off the top of my head, but I think it were about $3.99 for one, so they are a little bit pricey just for a waggler, but you get the extra weights and all that with it. So I'd probably give as a pellet waggler, not very good, but as a normal waggler, not too bad. So I'd probably give these about 6 out of 10. Alright, those are the MVR Finesse Wagglers from Maver. Alright, now I used to love fishing with a Dren Crystal Waggler, and like I said, in conjunction with those, the Maver ones, everyone has the purpose. So this one, Crystal Waggler, weights on the bottom, you can take that weight off, interchange it with different weights. And this one is a glass, so if you do get a crack in it, obviously it's going to fill with water, it's no good. So it is like a glass body, plastic body, and I have caught a lot of fish on these. So every place, like I said, if it's a little bit windier, and obviously when this goes in it drops a little bit then comes back up, but everything has its place, and it's always nice to have different wagglers. So these Dren Crystal Wagglers have caught me a load of fish on a pellet waggler before, but when you proper pellet waggling fishing, you don't want this sort of waggler on there. So These are pretty decent. I think these are about £1.99, something like that. £2.99. They're not very expensive, but these are nice, just handy to have in your kit as well if you're pellet waggler fishing. So I'll probably give this about 7 out of 10. And everything has its place. Like I said, when it's windy, a longer waggler is better. So that's those. So we'll go on to something a little bit different. So these are, they're like chair legs, aren't they? Chair leg wagglers. Now these are I think they're called Caspers. John Arthur Caspers, these. He's put his name to them. And these are from RWC. And I think these are this is a guy off Facebook and sells these wagglers, and I think John Arthur, you know, is quite friendly with him, and he does these, and John named them the Caspers. I saw a video John Arthur were using him at Boddington's, and he were catching quite a few fish on. Now these are great, but when it's windy, terrible. Don't use them when it's windy. If it's flat calm, you can get away with like I think this is a 10 gram one. It comes in loads and loads of different weights, and I don't know what these are, but these it's quite strong stuff, tough stuff at the top, and then it's just glued like a little swivel in at the bottom, and you can just put your line or a float swivel in there. And I've never had no problem with it. The glue is fine, you know, everything's fine on them. And I thought, great, I'm going to use these, chucking them out. But I have found over the time, and I've caught quite a few fish on them, you know, when I'm mugging fish with a smaller one on, and it's not very windy, and it's flat calm, and you just want to throw it in front of them, perfect. But if it's windy, terrible. All it does is just go like that, straight down your peg, and they're just pointless, really. So if it's windy, I never use one of these. Flat calm, and it's that red hot day where it's flat calm and you want in to catch them on, you know, and they're on the top, on the drop, and you're mugging a few, chucking them here and there, not proper pellet waggler fishing, just mugging them, then these are quite nice. And these are the Caspers, John Arthur Caspers, made by RWC, guy on Facebook. So not too bad. Now I'll probably rate these 7 out of 10. Just because that you can't use them when it's windy, and it's only certain times that you can use these wagglers. But everything has a purpose, like I said. So always nice to have in the armoury. The ghosties or whatever they're called. So they're not bad. Now, a guy sent me some newer water wagglers. Now I've seen these. I think Rob Wharton did a video with the water waggler, excuse me, and like a bit of a new trend, should I say. And I've used these a couple of times. Now these, I can't remember who sent them me off by hand, but thank you for sending them me, by the way. These are the water wagglers, and I have used them and give them a try, and they're not too, when you're casting them in, very hard to cast in when it's windy again, but they're not too bad. They don't fly through the air. Oh, they're alright, they're alright. They're not as bad as the other ones flying through the air, but they're alright. And like I said, it's everything has a purpose. So these, the new water wagglers, these are plastic, full of water, and then he's just painted a red point on the top, a little swivel in there, not come out, and you can see there, put a little swivel on, and they're alright. They're alright. I've caught some fish on them. They're not bad at casting, not the best, but not too bad. But they're alright as a change. Now, I got a couple of these, and I got a slow sinker as well, what the guy makes. So, you know, it's nice to have a bit of a slow sinker. I ain't caught that many fish on a slow sinker. I know people are like, oh Dave, get a slow sinker on. I'm just not a massive fan of them for some reason, and I've not caught, and I ain't got that much confidence in, and I've not caught enough fish on them to just yes, get on the slow sinker, you know what I mean. But nice to have in your armoury, and thank you for sending these in, the water wagglers. Now I'm probably going to give these 7 out of 10. Alright, 7 out of 10 for the water wagglers. Now Preston have brought out a new waggler range, and this is it. I don't know what it's actually called, but these are the new Preston pellet waggler floats. Now these wooden plus you get this bit just pops out, so it's just like a wooden balsa there, and then you get this bit which is like a bomb which goes into there. It just pops off that, and you'd think that you'd lose that, but I haven't, and I've used these quite a lot. Now I do really think that they're really good, really nice, nicely made, and I really like that bit where it pulls off. You can put a different waggle on if you want, but I wouldn't do, because these are all weighted for what they should be. So that's a 6 gram, that's weighted for that float. That's a 5 gram, that's weighted for that float. I mean, I wouldn't, you know, mess about swapping and changing, because you're going to get different weights on whatever. But now I've also, if you ever wanted to fish a bomb really, really quickly, and that's a bit of a tip for you, and I have done it in the past when I've not got a bomb rod set up and I wanted to just have a quick chuck on the bomb. I know it'd be a fixed rig, so if you're not allowed to fish fixed rigs or anything like that, then don't do that. But if you are allowed to fish a fixed rig, or you can quickly take your float stop up or whatever, you can just take the float off and chuck that out as a bomb, and that does work. Now these Preston floats do go in really nice. When you chuck them in, they go in with that lovely plop, sit back up like that, and they're really good. The only thing is, now these floats, the only thing is, it's an absolute nightmare to cast them out straight. Now, I've talked to a few people what have used these, and they've all said the same. So if you have got these new wagglers, you tell me in the comments what it's like, because I've casted them out, and you've got to, they're not just like any other waggler. They go to left, to right, to middle, and I'm a decent pellet waggler fisherman, and I think that I can cast a waggler out all right. But for whatever reason, these, when I'm casting them, veer off to the left, veer off to the right, and you've got to be really, really accurate and really controlled with it, and practice quite a lot with these to get them to go straight forward. So that's the thing I've noticed with these. Great waggler, love them, think they're really nice, smart. Now, do you think that happens because they haven't got these like darts have like flights on the top of them, and maybe that's where they haven't got these in, and they veer off to the left and right? Maybe that's the reason why. I'm not too sure, but casting wise, left and right, no good for me. But I have caught some fish on them, and really nice wagglers, so I'd probably give these a 7 out of 10. And that's there would be a 9 out of 10, but the reason why is that sometimes you have a bad cast left and right. You try them out for yourself and you tell me what you think, and these wagglers don't cast very good. So that's the Preston ones. Now, I had another fella contact me on Facebook, and he made me some wagglers as well. I think his name's Gary, I can't remember. I do apologise if I've not got your name right. Now, he sent me some wagglers out, and these are wagglers, they're just plastically made with a little weight on the bottom, and these are the ones what don't break, plastic with a little tip on top. And these aren't too bad. These bigger ones, they bend a bit, so when you are fishing, for some reason, if it gets windy or anything like that, they tend to bend like that one has. So, but I have caught some fish on. I mean, the smaller ones, which are a little bit wider, they seem to be better. So look at that one. That's one of my favourites, that one. I know it does bend a little bit. It doesn't fill with water or anything like that, and it's not too bad on casting. And I don't mind that's my favourite one, the thicker ones. There's another thicker one there, but they do bend a little slightly. But very nice wagglers. I love a homemade waggler, and these are great for what you need them for. Like I said, you've got the taller one when you're fishing in deeper water for pellet waggler fishing. You won't catch anything on a drop with them, but there's some nice smaller ones as well. So there's a lot of floats in the range of that, what this guy makes. I'm sure it's called Gary, and I really do like them floats. Plus, he gave me some mugging wagglers as well, and these are smaller ones, and they're really nice as well, just to chuck out if you're trying to mug a few. So he's got a lot of different ones in the range, so I'd probably give them about 7 out of 10 because he's got different ones. Like I said, they do bend a little bit, but nicely weighted, nicely made, and I do like a homemade waggler, and it's nice to have different ones in your tackle box, just in case on those days that you might think, I do need that, it's got a little bit windy, it's done this, it's done that, whatever. It's always nice to have a change when you're waggler fishing. But I'd say that's my favourite one from that range. I think it's a 5 gram and I've caught a lot of fish on it, so that's those. Now coming on to the latest ones, I've only just bought these and tested them. Now these are the Matrix Pellet Wagglers. Now these are my favourite wagglers by far. Now you get them in different sizes, 4 gram, 6 gram, 8 gram, 10 gram I think, and these are fantastic. Now they are a bit of a step up from the GURU ones, just because you've got those different sizes. That's a 4 gram, they're nice and light. I saw people bending them and stuff like that, but they don't seem to break, and they fly through the air absolutely perfect. And these are the ones, so like your Preston ones, great waggler, but haven't got the thing and don't cast very well. These cast like an absolute dream, just like the GURU ones. So they're a little bit of a step up from the GURU ones. And I tell you what, I paid $4.99 and you get a pack like that and you get 2 in, which is even better value for money for me than the GURU ones. So the Matrix Finesse Pellet Wagglers, these are 4 gram. Caught loads of fish on it. These are just some newer ones what I bought, and I've tested out the 6 gram, and these are more of the 6 gram ones. Look at those, fantastic. They go in the water, pop straight back up. These are my favourite by far. These and the GURU ones. Now probably, what did I give the GURU ones? Did I give the GURU ones 8 out of 10? I must have given the GURU ones 8 out of 10. Can't remember, but I would give these probably 9 out of 10. Really, really nice pellet wagglers from Matrix. I've seen them, like I said, seen them bending them. The flight on them great. They sit in the water perfect. And I do like the longer ones as well. When it is a little bit windy, the longer ones come into contention. But with light lines, what you're fishing on your pellet waggler, these 4 gram ones are absolutely perfect just for fishing that 20 metre line. Because you're not going to, on the pellet waggler, people think you're going to cast it miles. You can only cast as far as you can get your pellets out. So 8mm pellets, you're normally fishing about 20 metres, 25 metres. That's your line you're fishing on. These 4 gram ones are absolutely bang on for that. And if it gets a little bit windy, in conjunction with the 6 gram. So for me, pellet waggler fishing, I'd give these 9 out of 10. So as we're going round, these are my favourite by far. Check them all out if you want to have a look online. Have a look at some. If I've missed any other pellet waggler which are decent. I know Keith Easton makes his own pellet wagglers and everyone rages on about them, but I ain't got any of them. Never tried any, but I wouldn't mind having a look at those. If anyone knows any other pellet wagglers which they are really good, really like, and you know, send me a few out. I'll give them a test, see what I think. So by far my favourite, the GURU ones and the Matrix ones. Alright, that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this another no nonsense tackle review on pellet wagglers. If you, like I said, if you've got any other pellet wagglers that you think are any good, let me know in the comments below. And that is it. Thank you very much for watching this no nonsense tackle review. We will see you next time. Take care, subscribe, all that good stuff. Keep on bagging.